Recently, I have been talking a lot about a game that I'm creating called Beyond the Fall. It's a role-playing game, but I have been more than vague about it. About what it is, what it's trying to do, why I'm making it, and why I think we need another role-playing game. I tend to ramble a lot in my videos, and so in this one, I'm going to break it down as small as possible. Beyond the Fall is a role-playing game in which you step into an otherworldly megalithic hotel. It focuses on letting the game master learn the game in no time at all, and let players learn how to play the game as they play it. The narrative of Beyond the Fall is the centerpiece. Well, fistfuls of six-sided dice are what's going to drive your story forward. Every time you make a roll, it's going to impact your story in some way. There'll be no rolling, realizing you failed, and having the story halt until you do succeed. The player who runs the game is named the Hotel Manager, and they will bring player characters beyond the small bar on the first floor of the hotel, aptly named the Fall. One of my focuses in this game is that there is no session zero in Beyond the Fall, and no tedious character crunching. All of the character building goes on during the game. As I've said in the past, my favorite way to start a role-playing game is with the question, what is your name? And this is exactly how Beyond the Fall begins. You ask the characters their names, they tell you, they walk into the hotel, and they sit down at the bar. The bartender will ask you these questions about your past, and this is what will slowly develop your character. After you go on an excursion beyond the small bar, perhaps you've learned something about your character. You find something that they enjoy, maybe a knack they have, maybe they enjoy tinkering with technology or running headlong into battle. This is when you start to develop your character further. You find every small detail of them. And this is where your character really shines. Now, beyond the bar, the hotel has floors that extend endlessly, and each and every one of them being incredibly unique and different, and not just hotel rooms, but other floors, perhaps a maintenance bay, or an opening to darkness, or a train tunnel, or a landscape, or perhaps a woodland scenery that extends as far as you can see. It might open into something you don't quite understand. And an artificial intelligence once ran the hotel. It kept it up to par and kept everything squeaky clean. But now, decades after it's gone offline, all of the terminals that were stationed on every floor and connected to the network are now developing independently. They're adapting in solitude, and each one is a bit quirky, but once in a while, something happens on the floor that they need help with, and they will send a message down to the bartender. And the bartender will send you, the maintenance staff, to go figure it out. He'll direct you to the elevator, and perhaps you'll gear up beforewards, and if not, you're gonna go in with your bare hands. Beyond the Fall is not just a set of rules that you're encouraged to slap a generic fantasy or sci-fi setting on top of. No, it's an entire world that you're meant to explore and expand and change and develop and learn about as you run through it. And while you do this, your characters will change along with it. Things that happen beyond the fall will impact your characters. So in the end, you didn't just write a character at the beginning and then slap some items on it as you go throughout the game. Your character becomes something entirely different. And if they survive all of this, you might just make some good money out of it. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, if you're interested in this, put a comment below what you liked, what you didn't like, what you think needs to change in it. I have a lot of different videos based on this same topic because I'm becoming a little obsessed with it. If you liked the video, like it, and if you know anyone that's really into game design or role-playing games, maybe share it with them. So thanks so much for watching. Play some games, play some role-playing games, and play some weird ones, because those are always the best.